What's up, Big Bear Nation, and welcome back to the homestead. So about 2 years ago, we decided that we would build a woodshed, and we would build it right off the edge of the house right here, like right up against the porch. And we started to do that, and everything was going great until Jason looked up and realized that it was going, the back part of the wall was going to hit the soffit and then up onto the gutters. So we had to very quickly take that down and build it again, and we built it over in this area next to the house. And that was great because that area wasn't being used for anything. Well, fast forward now 2 years later, and really that build only lasted about a year. We did use recycled pallets, but there were some design flaws that we made, and we wanted to bring you along to kind of point those out because we have the footage from when we built it, and we wanted to show you what we've done differently with this woodshed. So let's go take a look. So now the first thing that you'll notice is our fence line is like right here behind me, and it goes all the way up the driveway. Well, we put the woodshed here, and the reason why we did that is because in years past, we're always getting drift from our agricultural neighbor. And whenever he sprays or does anything like that, it would drift onto our property. So one thing you'll see is that all of this area, we've let it all grow up, but now we've put this structure here so that it will stop any of that drift coming. You know, we're not even going to be doing any gardening on this side of the front yard. We've moved it over to the other side, so hopefully this barrier will stop that from happening. Okay, so another thing that we needed to do is on the other build, we had tried to go up 2 pallets worth, and while that was okay as far as height goes, we didn't really support it very well. We weren't anticipating as much rain and as much wind as it had over the year. So we learned from that, and we went ahead and took some 3x3s, and they were old landscaping timbers, I believe. We took those, sunk them into the ground, made sure that the floor was level, and then we had these large pallets, recycled pallets, that we got from one of my old customers that used to do laminate countertops. And so we have these big long, I think they're like 12 foot long. And then we took regular pallets and cut them in half so that instead of it being, 8 feet tall, it's only about 6 foot at the back. Okay, so one design thing that we are going to keep is we're going to divide the sections up so that we can put logs on one side and split wood on the other. We're also going to keep the little box that we had before. We had put together a little box that we would make some fat lighter out of. Like we take our splitter, the little log splitter that we have, and shave up pieces, and we'll take that and put that in there, and that way we'll have some quick fire starter if we need it. So another big thing that we did differently is on our last build, we didn't really have much of a pitch. Now with this one, it's not a huge pitch, but you can definitely see where it's taller up on this side, and it slopes down ever so slightly down to the other side. Now that's just enough for the water to run off the backside and follow the natural, like this part of our land right here kind of slopes down. So as the water hits off the back of the roof, it'll naturally run down the side of the house and go straight into the pond. Now, one other cool thing that Jason's doing for me is there was the posts that we had for the roof. They were pretty long, and instead of cutting them flush, he left them open so that we can put hooks on those and I can grow some flowers or something like that. Again, we still have the drift, but with them being containers, I can certainly take them down when we know he's spraying, because I'll tell you, when that combine and everything starts going, we know that he's getting ready to spray. So it's something that we can take down and move to the other side of the garden. So another cool thing that Jason did is we had to extend the height of some of these just to make sure that the angle was right for the pitch. So we were gonna get these other angle pieces or whatever they were, and they were really expensive. But these actually did the job, and they were much cheaper. They're nice and strong and sturdy. I would say that our biggest expense, if we had to have one, would probably be that and the screws, because we were going through 3x3s and then 2x4s in some of these areas, sometimes 3x3s and then another 3x3. So we have some pretty long screws in there, and then we also have some roofing screws that we had to use for the tin roofing. But all of the metal roof was all recycled, all of the pallet wood, all of the posts for the supports all the way across, everything was stuff we already had on the property. So hopefully these design differences that we've done will make a difference, and this shed will last us hopefully longer than a year. I do know that we have plans to actually put sides on it, to put siding, whether that is, you know, pallet wood pieces that we do kind of like a shiplap like we did our smokehouse. But that's going to be done, you know, in time, so that we can protect the sides of the wood from any kind of drift from rain. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing how we've built our new woodshed. Maybe it'll give you an idea of how you could build yours. Use some old recycled pallets to make your own woodshed. Maybe not as big as this one, but you know, we've been knocking down a lot of trees lately, and we had that big granddaddy tree go down in our back pasture. So we're looking to be storing a lot of wood, which is why we built such a big woodshed. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope to see you on the next one. Thank you for stopping by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless, and have a nice day.